Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Halo Effect. As usual, I am your host, Robert Lockhart. Sucks in baseball, huh? First of all, special thanks goes out to my dad for the last episode that we did. Had a blast, Dad. Second of all, one of the things I wanted to touch on before I did anything else is I really wanted to clarify one of the last tidbits that my dad and I were talking about. For the last 7 years, I've advocated for the Angels to get pitching. Right now, in this particular crop of draft-eligible players coming in mid-July, offense is probably the best way to go. I mean, some pitching here and there, if you can grab it, some good pitchers. There's a chance they could go with Chase Burns. I honestly would go with J.J. Weatherholt. Chase Burns would be good. He does have the ceiling of a head of the rotation, but he also comes with some reliever risk because his control is still kind of iffy. But there's no sense that he can't work that out. So either way, I really wouldn't be very disappointed if they got either of those guys. As long as they don't do any kind of like economizing, draft a guy at 8 who's like ranked 20th or something like that. Just save money. Guys, this is about quality, not quantity. You guys do the same thing when it comes to the international signings. You save a lot of money by signing a lot of the lower level guys. That's not the best way to do things. You want quality. With quality, you're going to have to spend a little bit more. So now's the time to break open the pocketbooks, guys. This is what you want to do. Now, let's get started with today's show. Wow. I believe the last show that we did, the Angels had just taken 2 out of 3 from the Rangers. My dad and I had said, hey, wouldn't it be great if we were able to take 2 out of 3 from Houston and then come home with a real high upside? Well, guess what? That happened. They took 2 out of 3 from Houston. They came home, played Cleveland, and got swept. Now, they're getting ready for a 3-game series against the Yankees. They're having to go against Cortez, they're going to have to go against Gill, and they have to go against Rodon. Cortez is still being Cortez. He's doing really well this year. Gill has emerged as one of their better pitchers along with Schmidt. And Rodon has found his stuff again this year. He's doing well. And with the way the Angels offense is going, I really don't see very much good coming out of it. The only hope that they can have right now is that Gill is a little off his game. Because he's still young. He's still relatively rookie age. So he hasn't really played much as far as I know, especially in the rotation. So maybe they can get to them, or maybe they can get to him. They can get to Gill. Getting to Cortez and Rodon, something entirely different. Those are 2 really good lefties, and the Angels' propensity for hitting lefties right now is not great. Then again, the propensity for hitting really good righties isn't really great either. So who knows? In this particular case, I see them losing at least 2 out of 3 to the Yankees. Obviously, I'm not happy about that. The Yankees are the team that I like the least in Major League Baseball. I used to hate their guts because George Steinbrenner, all he did was just buy everybody's all-stars. That's pathetic. That's a really cheap way to win. Not exactly cheap, but a pathetic way to win. But either way, the Yankees are a lot more respectable now since his passing. God forbid, it's unfortunate. You never really want to lose good people, but in that case, the Yankees are better off doing the way that Cashman's doing them right now. So let's just stick with that. Reliable trades, bringing up their own guys. That's kind of the way to do things. It really is the way to do things, and I think the Yankees are becoming a lot more respectable, and right now they're very good. So, Angels fans, don't expect too much. Hope for the best, expect the worst in this particular sense. So, one of the things that I do want to say, I do want to touch on the farm system, how the Angels farm system is going. Let's start with their kind of top rotation guys. Caden Dana is doing really well in the minor leagues. In 9 games started, I believe he's got like a 2.76 ERA, something like that. That's really more or less what I look for, is ERA and hits per innings pitched. Far fewer hits than innings pitched. I think it's got like 15 to 20 fewer hits than innings pitched. Good thing, very good, like that. Wins and losses, don't forget, most pitchers can lose a bunch of games while pitching really well. I mean, we've seen it. Good pitching with little to no run support. That's kind of what you get when you have a bunch of losses with a pitcher like Caden Dana. Barrett Kent, who's way down in the minors, I think he's in low A, Inland Empire right now. Was off to a good start, struggling as of late. Jack Kachanovich. Oh my God, don't get me started on that dude. 6'7", got about 95 plus mile an hour fastball, no control. For some reason they have high hopes for this guy. This is another, Billy Epler bust in my opinion. This guy has never really had the control necessary, and his ERA is up there, pretty bad. It's fluctuating at the high levels. Yeah. Honestly, right now he would probably fit in with the Angels rotation the way they're pitching, but Then there's Victor Medeiros. Victor Medeiros had probably the worst start to the season that I've ever seen. I mean, he just got trounced his first game. Ever since then, his ERAs has been coming down. I mean, again, wins and losses is beside the point right now. His ERA has just been steadily coming down. Has not jumped up at all. Steadily coming down. Has been coming down quite a bit. He's gone from a 67 ERA, which is horrible. I mean, that was like 6 or 7 runs allowed in 2/3 of an inning. That was his first game of the season. He's all the way down to sub 5. I think he's at like a 4.67, maybe even less by now. ERA, which is good. This is what you want to see. He doesn't have a lot of strikeouts, which means he's pitching to a lot of weak contact. And that's what you want to see out of your pitchers. Strikeouts are awesome. They're really great. But again, let's not forget, strikeouts aren't everything. They're awesome, but they're not everything. The great Greg Maddux induced more, weak ground balls than anybody else on the face of the planet. So if you get a lot of weak contact, you're gonna do pretty well, usually, most of the time. So, I mean, those are good things. All of those are good things. So, with that, I'm basically just gonna say, oh God, good luck, Angels, because this series against the Yankees, it's gonna be a tough one. They don't have to face Garrett Cole, thank God. But again, Victor Cortez, Vince Gill, and Carlos Rodon. These are tough pitchers. Don't kid yourself. They are difficult. And the way the offense has been going, cross your fingers and pray to God. That's all we can really do. So with that, I'm going to say have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Until then, go Halos.